what's up, y'all? It's your girl Dania Marie, aka Yelly, back with the brand new YouTube video. You already know what the intro is, and if you don't know, you should know by now because I've been saying it in a lot of my videos. So that must mean that you're new, and if you're new, that means you should subscribe. So go ahead and click the subscribe button. And then we're gonna get right into this video because I know y'all wanna see this little Q&A of some questions I asked y'all on Instagram, and I'm gonna go ahead and answer them. And I really like these questions that y'all asked this time because I feel like y'all asked questions that require me to give like a thoughtful, deep answer or like a serious answer compared to the last Q&A I did. If you haven't watched it, I'll put a little card so you can go back and watch the last Q&A. So we're gonna get right into this new one for 2021. So the first question I was asked is, what are you looking forward to most in 2021? I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most this year is moving. You know that I've been talking about moving to New York for a while, so I think that that's what I'm looking forward to the most, especially now because it's getting really close to the time where I was hoping that I can be like gone to New York. So now I'm like really looking forward to it because it's literally just right around the corner. Besides that though, what else am I looking forward to? Things going back to normal. I know they won't go back to like normal, but things are already starting to like open up more. They're starting to allow like more people at places, and it's like, okay, things are kind of going back to normal. Like it's a slow move, you know. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I know it's not going to go back to like what it was pre-corona, but I'm looking forward to it not being quarantine, you know. How many skills do you have? You intrigue me. You seem like you have a number of things going on. This is kind of a broad question because I don't really know what to say, what skills I have. I have a lot of skills, more than I feel like naming for this video, but I have a lot of skills. What makes you love plants so much, and how many species of plants do you have? To be honest, I'm not really sure what makes me like plants so much. I feel like I've always liked plants, and I think I get it from my dad because like growing up, my dad always cared about like our yard. We had a big front yard and we had a nice sized backyard, and he would always make sure everything like looked nice. Like we had like flower beds, you know, the trimming around like the bedding areas would look nice, and like the mulch would look nice, the grass is cut, you know, trees looking nice. So like he always cared about landscaping, and I used to always see him like outside doing his little like tricks to help flowers grow and things like that. He had let me like grow my own tomato plants when I was growing up, and so that was like my first introduction into me actually having to care for a plant. And I don't know, ever since then I just like plants. I would love to have like, I can't wait to have a house so I can have my own like little farm, like vegetable farm, and like grow some herbs and like fruits and stuff. I can't wait for that. Like I'm looking forward to that type of stuff. But I love having house plants as well. As far as species, how many do I have? At the current moment, I only have 6 plants. But once I get to New York, I plan on replenishing my whole plant stock and having an apartment full of plants. Can you forgive someone who cheated on you? Yes and no. So I have forgave someone who cheated on me. Like at this current moment, I've completely forgave them for that, you know? But at the time when it happened, did I forgive them? It was like, yeah, I forgave them, but it wasn't like a true forgiveness. You know, it was like, I forgive you enough to give you another chance, but like the damage has been done, so you're not fully forgiven. I moved past it and got to a point where it's like, I completely forgive you because I just don't have the energy to continue feeling some type of way, you know, feeling like, oh my gosh, you did this, you did that, she did this, she did that, y'all did this, that together. Like it was just not worth my energy to harbor inside of myself some type of feeling like somebody did me wrong and I'm just gonna hold on to it. You know, like you shouldn't hold on to it. And so I forgave him because I realized then like it was more so a lesson for me. Maybe it was a lesson for him too. Like, why would I feel some type of way about this forever? You know? That's for me. That's for me though. Now, if it was like a different situation, like if I was married or something, would I forgive somebody? I don't know. That's different. Because if we're married, we most likely have a lot more stuff at stake. So I might be less forgiving to somebody if I was in that situation, because it's like, you know what's at stake and you still chose to do something. You know, if it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, it's kind of temporary, you know? I mean, not that you have to look at it that way, but like that's the best way I can kind of put it. It's kind of, that's my personal opinion. So what do you look for in a man? I feel like I look for a lot, but at the same time, some things I don't know that I'm looking for until I'm in contact with a certain guy. You know, because like different guys, you want different things from them. You know, there might be like general stuff that you want from like any guy that you might be involved with, but like each guy, I feel like there's different things that you would want from them. So what I generally look for in a guy is a guy that's going to be respectful to me in multiple ways. Respect a guy that's gonna respect the relationship, respect me, respect my goals and aspirations, and you know, I'm gonna give that back as well. I look for a guy that's good at communication. If you cannot communicate with me, it's gonna be a problem because I'm sensitive. I take things personally. If you're not gonna communicate with me about whatever, it's not gonna be good. Especially if I communicate my feelings or certain things with you, and maybe if you act like nonchalant, like that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna be okay. I look for a guy that has ambition, has goals, because I don't want to be with somebody who's just content with like, I don't know, say they're working some like minimum wage job and you're just content with like staying like that. Like, no. Like if I got me a big adult people job and I'm making this amount of money and I'm able to do this, that, and the third, I need you to be like on my level. I feel like those are like the biggest things, you know, like things that I know have been problems in past relationships were like things involving those things. And so I feel like that's what I look for in a guy now. Also, just an honorable mention, I look for a guy that's romantic. I like romance. Now, I'm not saying I need a guy to like buy me stuff all the time, but like I want a guy that isn't scared to put me first, or like show me he cares, show me that he listens to me and can do things for me that are related to things that he knows I like. You know, like maybe come home with a plate of fried rice because I love fried rice. Just because he knows I love fried rice. Maybe he didn't even ask me if I wanted. He just stopped at the store and decided to get it. Like stuff, like a guy that will do stuff like that, or that's willing to do that extra. Maybe he's never been the type to do that type of stuff for other women, but like for me, he'll do it. You know, like he'll go the extra mile. That's the perfect way to put it. I want a guy that's gonna go the extra mile for me, because I'm gonna go the extra mile for you always. So I want a guy who can do the same for me. And I can feel like, okay, they care about me or they love me just as much as I care and love about them or love them. Is BK, which stands for Back Collective, your full-time gig? Always wanted to ask. No, Back Collective is not my full-time gig. It's where I'm trying to get to. I have an actual job, and BK right now is more of a passion project. Once I'm making some real money from it, then it'll move to being the main thing. But right now, it's more in that passion project category. Did your hair get heat damage? So if you guys have been following me on Instagram or watched some videos on my channel at the end of December, I had straightened my hair. It was the first time I straightened my hair in 3 years. So that's why this person asked this question. Yes, my hair did get a little bit of heat damage, not like an extreme amount, only on like this side, and it's just like one little cluster. I don't want to say cluster because cluster makes it sound like it's like a lot of hair, and it's really not a lot of hair. It's like I don't know how to explain it. That's like one part. What is your long-term goal? That's kind of a broad question because my long-term goal in regards to what? Like career, love, you know, like long-term goal. Long-term goals is to be a millionaire or maybe a multi-millionaire. This light just cut off. That's great. Another long-term goal, I guess, is to be married, have a family. Now that's like a long-term goal that's like an optional thing. Even if I never get married or I never have kids, I'm gonna be just fine. Like I don't have to have that, but it's something that would be nice to have, but like I don't have to have it. So I'm gonna put like, pretend there's like an asterisk next to that. I don't really know any other long-term ones. I mean, there probably are more that I'm just like, you know, because I'm trying to answer the question, I can't think of them right now. Favorite fruit. My favorite fruits are strawberries, grapes, and apples. Those are my top 3. I feel like okay, grapes and strawberries I feel like for sure are like tied. Apples will be a little underneath those, but grapes and strawberries are almost tied because I really love strawberries, but I really love grapes. But like, I might like strawberries just a little more than grapes because strawberries are just so, they're just so amazing. So I heard you can sing/rap, so would we ever get an EP or something from you? First of all, this person, every time I do a Q&A thing, asks this question. And they already know the answer, but I'm gonna answer it for y'all on camera. No, I don't think I'll ever release an EP. Because I'm not that serious about music. I'm not like somebody who's like, I've always known I wanted to make music and I'm gonna make music by any means necessary. I'm not like that. I just like writing. I write a lot. I've always liked writing ever since I was like younger. And not just like music. Like I just like writing books, like writing stories, all that kind of stuff. So I like writing lyrics as well. And I'll find beats on YouTube and just like write something to them, and then I'll record them on my phone, put the beat in GarageBand on my phone, add the audio in, and then maybe I'll like mess around and do some little effects on the beat and stuff like that. And then I'll send it to this person who asked and just be like, hey, listen to this. So that's why he's asking, because he's my one friend who probably has gotten every single song that I've made and put together. I say made, but it's not like professionally made. So that's why he's asking this question, because he's always like, yo, this is fire, this is it, you should really go to the studio and record it. And I'm like, nerves. There's no way I could do that. I'd be way too nervous. Last question is, when are you moving to and why? When am I moving to New York? I'm hoping to move literally next month, like at the end of next month, or at the latest, the middle of May. Right now, it's the middle of March. So within the next month and a half or the next 2 months, I'm looking to move. My lease is up here at this apartment on like May 15th. So I need to be gone for sure by then. Preferably, I'd like to go ahead and be gone by the end of April, so, you know, I don't have to pay May's rent and I can just, you know, because like, what do you need those 2 weeks for? If I go ahead and move out, you can already like move somebody in. All right, y'all, so that's the end of my Q&A. It wasn't really like a ton of questions, because actually the second time when I asked it on Instagram, I actually deleted that post like pretty quickly, because I was like, I'm gonna ask this a different day. But I decided to go ahead and do these questions because some of those questions I actually have been having for a couple months that I needed to answer. And so I hope y'all enjoyed this Q&A. Maybe y'all learned a little bit about me that you didn't know before. And yeah, if y'all, just let me know if y'all want me to do another Q&A, and I'll put something up on Instagram so y'all can ask me questions. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, turn on my post notifications, leave a comment, and of course, follow me on my social media pages. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.